All hail Dizzy, because he's back! He is back. The egg, the legend, the boxing gloves and the boots, they're back. In 2015, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Novabug here, how you doing everyone? A little bit of retro waffle time. A few things to cover. The main subject of this really is missing events. Now, recently, there's been a couple of events which I really did want to attend and go to, and I've been invited to, and people were talking about it, and I've seen videos on it, and getting rather jealous, and yeah, I couldn't go. And it wasn't a financial thing, it was time, really, and priorities, and that's the main crux of this video. It's mixing your gaming with your priorities in life. We all joke about burps. Yeah, well, that's an obvious joke, but we all joke about real life getting in the way of our hobbies, of our interests, of our gaming, and YouTubing, of course, sort of connected. And yeah, the last couple of weeks it really did sort of not upset me. I mean, I'm not going to go into this sort of like first world problems kind of bullshit, but it kind of annoyed me that people were doing things that I would really want to do, and I couldn't do them. And so yeah, it was amazing, because like 3 events happened within the space of 2 weeks, and given the choice, I would have gone to all of them. Now the first one was obviously Play Manchester. I would have loved to have gone to that. As you see, I've been to many of the plays before. I've been to three of them before, and I will be going next year. We'll be going to Blackpool again, 2016. So rest assured, the bug will be in Blackpool. Bug in Blackpool. Blackpool bug. But yeah, I miss Manchester. I had an allocation of tickets, and I gave them to my good buddy Tom, and I saw the footage of it and I thought, shit, I wish I was there. That looks, good laugh with the community again, all the YouTube buddies, all the favourites. And again, lots on display, lots to look at, lots to buy. But I was otherwise engaged, and very importantly otherwise engaged. I had to go and see my family. And I say that sounds wrong when I say had. I wanted to. Because I do miss them dearly, since I live apart from them at the moment, which will be rectified in the new year. So that was the first thing. The second one was Dizzy. And the Dizzy event that was held in Cambridge at the History of Computing Museum in Cambridge. Got an invite from Andrew and Philip Oliver to come, and unfortunately I couldn't attend, again because of work issues this time. Again, it's like you say, priorities. It gets in the way of your interests, and it's annoying, isn't it? I suppose most of us just roll with the punches and just have to suck it up, because you need to work and you need to, take care of your responsibilities in life, like your children, house and home and bills and crap like that. It's boring as hell. Well, children aren't. They're really fun most of the time, when they're not making you tear your hair out and having a receding hairline like I do. The missus is going grey. Thank God I'm not going grey, but there we go. So that annoyed me, because that out of the 3, to be honest, that was the one I really did want to attend, because of the announcement, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, and the Kickstarter for the book that's coming, and everything to do with Oliver Twins and Dizzy. It's just me all over. So yeah, annoyed that I didn't go to that. I have seen the footage and spoken to yokevote.com and a couple of things about what had gone on. Fantastic, and I wish I'd gone. It would have been a really lovely event. Very small event, but really good. And recently, of course, last weekend, this couple of days just gone, I think now, as I'm recording this very video, was Comic-Con in London, in the Excel Centre. Again, I've seen Intergas footage and Gashead's footage, and they went, and Gashead wanted me to go with him, and I was working and just couldn't find the time. It's a great big time mismatch, which is kind of ironic, really, considering a week ago it was Back to the Future Day. But the point is, how do you handle your priorities as opposed to your gaming, to your retro gaming, to your YouTube life? You've got to hit that fine balance, haven't you? You don't want to be spending too much time doing gaming all the time. You don't looking like one of them stereotypical gaming slobs and just sitting in front, zombie with a controller in your hand. You don't want to come across like that. And of course, you'd lose relationships. You can possibly lose relationships, and of course, you don't feel in touch with your children or your family, things get shit could hit the fan if you do that. So you've got to strike a balance, and I'd like to know how you strike a balance in that kind of aspect. And of course, education is another one. Many of you are still in education, adult education, or still in college or university or something. Again, the same thing applies to that. How do you strike the balance between the two? I mean, I've done a video 2 years ago about time for gaming, as I called it. And I think someone did a video a couple of months ago about time for gaming as well, and it's kind of related to that, but this is more how you judge your priorities. And we all have different levels of morality, and we all have different levels of priority as well. So I'm gutted that I missed these events, 3 of them as well. I was all congested doing 3 of them together, and I missed them. But I had things to do, especially missing Manchester was a no-brainer for me, because I had to see my family. I wanted to see my family. I missed my family. So work, I suppose, I could have sort of manipulated work a bit. Obviously, pulled the sickie, but I don't want to be sort of like getting in the manager's office too often with a big finger wagging. So yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd just waffle about that. And what do you think? Tell me in the comments, please. Priorities, gaming versus real life, as it were. So, but like I said, one of the events was this man himself, this little egg-shaped yoke folk. Dizzy is back in 2015 in the form of Wonderland Dizzy. And you would have never seen that coming. The Olivers teased it about a month ago, didn't they? And I made a quick video about that, actually, when I left the old house. So there might be a new Dizzy game. And of course I started prattling on about, is it going to be on consoles, and is it going to be on the computer? Yeah, right. Novabug was dreaming in the clouds yet again. But it is on PC, it is on emulator, and it's on NES. Yes! On the Nintendo. I needed to Super Nintendo there. Fucking hell, wish it was. Nintendo, the original Nintendo. See, I'm so excited I'm getting my words wrong. And I really am, because to see Dizzy return in a traditional adventure, 2D, colourful, the music's there, the puzzle solving is there, the exploring is there. It's Dizzy at its finest, and it's great to see it back. I so wish we could, of the popularity of this, we could spur on to make another Dizzy game. Wouldn't that be fantastic? A brand new, fresh Dizzy game? Dizzy on the PS4, man! I know the time, it was probably not possible for Phil and Andrew to do that. And maybe not, Radiant Worlds aren't even interested, or Codemasters more accurately probably wouldn't be interested. But, fingers crossed. Boxing gloves crossed, which is very difficult to do when you're wearing boxing gloves, to cross your fingers. If you did, you wouldn't be able to see them. But it's back. It's out. It's back. Dizzy is big. Big. He's big, alright. He's big with me. He's big with a lot of people. Yokefolk.com went mental over this. All the links for that in the description box. I've done an NRG on it as well. I'm playing it as we speak. Well, not as we speak, because otherwise you wouldn't see Dizzy 1 footage in the background. It's on my computer over there. Downloaded it from my NES emulator, and it's fantastic. Like I said, it's a traditional Dizzy adventure, and it's new, and it's mind-blowing to see it. And finally, on this Retro Waffle, Electric Adventures Tony, down under, has reached 1,500 subscribers, and he's asked if we could, he has a competition running, and if you ask him some questions. And my questions are now for you, Tony. So any other viewers that don't want to watch this bit, feel free to switch off now. And I'll say Novabug out to you guys. You gone? Right, so it's just me and you now, Tone. Questions for you, mate. Congratulations, firstly, of course. I should say that first, shouldn't I? Get my order of words right. First question. you talk about the ColecoVision, you talk about the SG-1000 a lot, and all them kind of second generation / third generation consoles. And I would like to know if you had the ability to do it, like the magician's back. Patty's magician is back. If you had the ability to do it, would you make a fantasy console of all them systems from the time, the Intellivision, the Spectro Video, and the Atari 2600, and all them? Take all their best elements and mesh them all into one console. Tell me what elements of what systems would you do that to, and if it would be possible. I would like to know that, because I know you favour the Coleco and stuff like that, but like I always said, I always favour the AM strategy. No, but the reality in me says, well, if you took parts of the Commodore and you took parts of the Spectrum and then mixed them with the Amstrad, then you get a perfect 8-bit home computer. That's the way I would see it. So I'd like to know your version of that tone with all the second generation consoles from your programming days. The second question would be, if you weren't living in Tasmania. You do live in Tasmania, don't you? If I've got that wrong, shoot me now. If you weren't living down under, I'll just say down under because it's like a umbrella term, and you were living somewhere else in the world when you were doing programming your first games, what programming environment would you have liked to have grown up in? Would it be the Japan scene? Would it have been the American scene? Or would it have been the British scene? Because that would be interesting to know, because the British scene was massive during the 80s and the early 90s, wasn't it? And America obviously sprung up. Japan went ballistic, and they've all got their merits and they've all got their strengths and all got their weaknesses. And I'd like to know which one of them three would you have preferred to sort of be an environment and develop and write games. The third question is tricky one, because I don't know it. I did have it, and it's just flown out of my head like the sparrows. Gone. Do you like Dizzy games? There you go. I'll just keep it nice and simple. Do you like the Dizzy games? And if you say no, that's the wrong answer, isn't it? Anyway, well done, mate, with the 1,500 subscribers. He needs more. Go and check his channel out. It's in the description box as well. Electric Adventures. I've been subscribed to him for basically nearly my entire duration on YouTube, and find his stuff brilliant. The homebrew stuff, fantastic. Massive collection the man has. Very good at responding to the Friday foursomes as well. He's one of my top Friday foursomers, and I do like my foursomers. I love my foursomers dearly. So I will bid you farewell. That's my retro waffle over. All hail Dizzy. Go and play it. Go and play it. It's in the browser. You don't even have to do anything. Open the browser and play it. Experience the egg. Experience the yolk folk. Novabug. Out.